Siemaneczko, z tej strony Morda i witam was w Max Payne 3. Chciałem nagrać filmik z intra, ponieważ jak się włącza Max Payne 3 po raz pierwszy, to leci takie fabularne intro. No ale niestety ustawienia mi się tam pozmieniały całkowicie i jeszcze się okazało, że muszę resetować grę, więc i tak bym tego nie dograł. Tam mi w ogóle coś źle się poustawiało. Audio, no muzykę trochę przyciszymy. Efekty spoko. Zobaczymy, jak to będzie działać. Pierwszy odcinek, wiadomo, jest trochę testowy, bo muszę zobaczyć, jak działa gra na odcinku. No i lecimy. Nowa gra, średni. No oczywiście gra jest dość stara i to widać. Cutscenki widziałem, że chodzą w 30 FPS-ach na bank. I co jeszcze? No i strzelanie jest typowo jak z GTA 5 trochę, więc... Więc totalnie inny Max Payne, prawda?
So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death. And I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
Trochę wygląda to tak Michael z GTA.
I'd arrived in Sao Paulo a few weeks before. I was working a protection detail for the kind of people who need protection in a town like this. And what kind of town was this? One where I didn't speak the language and they didn't water down their drinks. So for now, we seemed to get along just fine. Of course, that was about to change.
Hey, brother.
Hey.
How's the cocktail?
Scotch. I never mix my drinks.
Well, at least not on duty.
Something like that.
Man, that favela is big.
Yep. Nothing like the view of extreme poverty to make a penthouse cocktail party really swing.
I guess they call it trickle-down economics.
That's funny.
It's supposed to be a charity thing. Drink and give money. I don't know, something for the kids. Hey, listen, man, we better look lively. This place is a nightmare. They just got cowboys running security downstairs. Something rotten in the air.
That didn't mean much. There was always something rotten in the air. The family we were protecting were local celebrities, rich parasites with delusions of humanity. The kind of people who end up in glossy magazines or body bags, depending on how their luck runs. So where are they all? I see Rodrigo over there talking to that guy.
Yeah, I don't know him. That guy next to him, he's some kind of cop. I think, I'm not sure. Serious, though. Big end cop, anti-gang sort of thing. I can't remember his name.
So who's this guy?
That guy's a plastic surgeon or some kind of surgeon. Tummy tucks and cock implants. Ha! Look at Marcel. Still dances like a fool.
Guess that's what a European education and a coke habit will do for Ricky Martin look-alike.
That's very funny, Max. Oh, excuse me.
I was mostly working for Rodrigo Branco, a local businessman. Built things, did some charity, had things named after him, won awards, owned things, people. One of the trophies he had won was his wife, Fabiana. She was hot and wanted to be dangerous. Some good genes trying to fight their way out of a cesspit. She'd married well and was now at leisure to regret her good fortune. They got along as well as any rich workaholic and his younger airhead wife tend to get along. They mostly ignored each other. She spent a lot of time with his cokehead younger brother, Marcello. He was a good time guy if your idea of a good time was an expensive suit, a bottle of champagne, and nothing between the ears. The middle brother, Victor, had just walked in. He was a local politician. Guy was smoother than an oil slick on an iceberg and about as toxic. The rest of the crowd, I didn't know, but I could imagine the types. People who know if they drink enough, they won't have to feel guilty about their good fortune. Suddenly, things turned real ugly. Felt like our hangovers arrived right on cue.
Wjeżdżają, kurde, rasy.
Passos! What was that? I don't know what the fuck that was. Let's go.
Things had gone from fine to fucked up in about a second, and now there were two idiots at the wheel.
O, i widzicie, jak się włącza fragment jakby cutscenki, który jest na silniku gry, a nie filmowana, ta gra nagle chodzi lepiej. To jest pojebane.
Sure.
Look after yourself,
Stara
bro. Stay
gierka.
safe.
Co
It wasn't my own safety I was concerned about, trophy wife or not.
Ale nawet
I'd
lepiej
said
tu
I would
wygląda
protect
niż
the
na
girl.
cutscenki. To jest
I
najlepsze.
hoped I hadn't lost my edge, along with everything else.
Ło, przyjemnie, ale mały trochę celownik.
That was the boss.
Zaraz, stop. Ustawienia celownika. Pewnie nie ma, nie? Poziom trudności. Celowanie swobodne. Celowniki, o. Zależne od broni, zawsze biała kropka. What the fuck? Nie no, zajebiście. Przedmioty, co za złota broń. Kurwa. Ale słabo, bo... Pokaż białą
Boss lady.
kropkę.
Only this time she wasn't calling for more liquor in her
Dobra. Jezu, straszny ten interfejs jest tragiczny. Domyślnie zależne od broni. A zależne od broni...
cocktail.
Dobra. Czyli widzę, że będzie lipa. Nie lubię tego celownika. O, część do złotego pistoletu. Dobra, tak jak już ten gram, to chodzi fajnie. Ta, sam muszę podnosić? A zaraz, bo mam TT92. No widzisz, to jest takie zbite. Aha, bo mogę do lewej ręki. A, tak, zapomniałem, że to tak jest zrobione. Ale nie, no zaraz. Aha, bo wtedy wybiera drugą. Dobra, muszę się przyzwyczaić, no bo wiadomo, inny trochę.
It wasn't the time, and I was still a little rusty. But the tune was coming together.
Dobra.
Just as this new start of mine was about to come to a shuddering halt.
O, mamy painkillery, proszę bardzo. W ogóle właśnie
She
ten
was out on
wskaźnik
one of
jest
the
totalnie po
balconies,
lewej.
and I hoped not about to be thrown off it.
Cichutko, Maksiu, teraz bądź. O, coś tu jest.
Trashy magazines and pretty trashy people. I just hoped I could keep them out of the crime section. Sooner or later, I'd have to go out there and see what was happening.
Dobra, sooner or after, skoro nie mamy na czas. A, tak dziwnie ma obręb tego magazynu, ale dobra. To sobie pobiegamy. Spacja jest, aha, spacja jest od razu do bullet time'u, czyli to jest całkiem nieźle, tylko szkoda, bo teraz bullet time sobie zmarnowałem. Dobrze. Nie byłbym sobą, jakbym nie pochodził.
on, don't be stupid.
A, i to są te
Don't
takie
be
akcje
stupid.
jak w
Let
filmach.
her go. Let her go. Come on.
It might have been stupidity or drunkenness, or maybe both. But before I knew it, I was back taking insane risks, trying to save fallen women.
I cyk. A, i to są takie akcje właśnie. Wow. To akurat wygląda fajnie.
Tranquila! Tranquila! Nós cuidamos disso.
Nice work. Hey, you need a hand?
No, you? Who the hell's Rodrigo?
I don't know, man. Thanks.
Somebody's gotta go find him. Está tudo sob controle agora. Fica tranquilo.
I imagined the elevator doors opening to a firing squad of muzzles. As far as I could see it, the one thing my plan had going was that no one else would be stupid enough to pull this move.
No tam.
Where you got him?
No fajnie, dobra. Gościu się zginął. A, jakie odbicia. Jakby był ray tracing. Zwykłe sprite'y. Ale ładnie to wygląda. A właśnie, bo tu już można za ty... Za ścian. Za mały ten celownik jest. Pierdol się.
I had to keep moving. I didn't
O,
want to fuck this
fajnie
up more than
widać
I
te dziury
already
po górach.
had.
Spoko. Shotgun. Aha. No tak, no i tu jest już ta mechanika z opuszczaniem broni, okej.
Mas que luz de merda!
Aha. Ja pierdzielę, ale zabawa. Tylko ciekawe, czy amunicję nie tracę wtedy, czy nie. Jakiś strzelaj dalej, pewnie tak. Zamknięty, dobra. Tu są punkty kontrolne, więc tu nie ma szybkich save'ów, dobra. Nie wiem, co to za broń, ale biorę. No, czemu nie? Bo pobawimy się trochę, potestujemy. Zamknięte raczej.
I had to move quick, or Bronco's next charitable donation would be to the worms.
Ale cicho bądź, bo ja szukam znajdziek. Majster, kurwa. Dobra. No właśnie, bo może tak nosić, nie? Na przykład. Tam jak miałem do podniesienia broń, to ona była inna czy nie? No to jest dobre pytanie. No tak, o, a i tu celownik jest inny, o, trochę lepszy, no, faktycznie. To może
It
to
looked like they
zależnie
were
od broni
taking him
będzie
out through the
najlepsze.
basement. Maybe I still had a shot. Rodrigo was too rich a prize for them to throw away. Sure, I'd have to work hard to get him back, but I knew the bad guys would want the boss alive almost as much as I did.
No, Max Payne jest tak szybko. Nie skacze jak w dwójce, musi się podnieść, ale na szczęście byli lepakami.
The control box was on the wall to the left of the gate.
Ale dziwna broń. Tym killer tabem standardowo, dobrze, to mi się podoba. Okej. Lecimy, zobaczymy co jest tutaj. No i właśnie tutaj będziemy, w sumie ja będę mniej zaskoczony, znaczy bardziej
Once
zaskoczony
Bronco was out the door, all bets were off. I had to keep moving.
tą grą, bo przechodziłem ją tylko raz w porównaniu do
The great thing about being famous as well as rich is the bad guys know who to kidnap.
tamte po kilka razy.
Another parking lot rattling with gunfire. Was I too late?
Chuju jebany. Musiał akurat mnie złapać na to trzeba samemu zmieniać broń, nie?
Rodrigo!
W sensie właśnie...
It's gonna be all right, Mr. Bronco!
Elegancko.
Rodrigo! It's Max!
O kurwa. Idą brudasy. Ale fajnie broń strzela w tej części, podoba mi się.
You're okay.
W sensie
You're okay.
dźwięki w ogóle
Come on, get up.
są o
Come on,
wiele
get up.
lepsze niż w tamtych częściach. No ale wiadomo, różnica też czasu, nie?
Just come on. It's okay. Stay right here.
Ei, vocês aí! Que porra vocês estão fazendo? A justiça local?
Que porra você acha que é, falando com meus homens assim?
Você acha que tem o direito de matar as pessoas a sangue frio, Becker?
Cala a boca, cuzão! Continua dando multas. Não põe o nariz onde não é chamado. Vamos!
Fajnie, wszystko zrozumiałem, nie?
Chama uma ambulância!
O, dzwoń po karetkę, to na pewno było. Tyle zrozumiałem.
You did good, Max.
You say so. Don't look so good.
Hey, what could be better, huh? The good guys are reunited, and the Commando Sombra are dead.
I guess. So who's this guy?
I don't know. Some kind of cop. Different branch of the police. Not UFED, but normal cops. I don't know about this stuff, politics. Everywhere politics. Shit, Max, you look kind of beat up. Let's get this lot home, and then I'll get you home too. Come on.
Mi pobojowisko zostawił i dobra. Widać, że też budżet, tak? Tej gry jest o wiele większy, tam cutscenki komiksowe, tutaj już całe
Back home, it was
cutscenki.
time for some R&R, the only way I knew how.
No i woda, nie? Znaczy woda, to chyba łycha i piguły.
And with that, I guess I was ready for bed. A couple of days later, it was back to work, ferrying the boss's broad and his dipshit of a brother out for the night so they could recover from their brush with mortality. Then again, what did I expect? These were the kind of people who went to nightclubs in helicopters. Fabiana had brought her sister along, presumably so she could show off just how rich and empty her life was. And boy, was she about to learn the meaning of rich and empty.
Max! Max! I was speaking to you.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was saying we get into a lot of scrapes, man.
Well, we're still here.
Hey!
Thanks to you, Max. I owe you my life.
Boom. It wasn't just him, huh, baby?
Oh, yes, Marcel. I'm sure you did a lot to save everyone. You were probably worried about getting blood on your stash.
Very funny.
Thank you, Max. I don't know what I would do without my sister.
Spend even more time doing something useful. You know she works in the favela. She's the good sister.
Oh, shut up. What did you hear, Faba? More bodies turned up where people went missing. It's horrifying.
Did someone say Buzz Q?
Hey.
I'm just kidding, but it is a cool town, man. Hey, here we are. Saúde!
Good luck.
I love this place. E aí, Zé Carioca, falou, brother. I love this view. It's a real chill place to hang, you know? Do a little business, have some fun. I need it too. I've been working far too hard. Like a whore during Fleechy Weeky, as my roommate used to say. You like that, Max?
That's pretty funny.
Oh, look, it's Alfonso.
Marcelo, Fabiana,
Oi.
it's been too long.
Você se lembra da minha irmã, Giovanna?
Claro que sim, Fabiana. I'm glad you are still with us. Come, I heard what happened. I've missed you. I would have called, but you know how it is. Didn't want it to bother you. Hey, Marcelo, I think I might have an interesting investment for your brother.
Well, call him up, homie.
I haven't seen him for a while. Last week was Fashion Week. My God, Egypt, but so beautiful. You know Anastasia?
Oh, yeah, I know, Anna.
Your table, nothing but the best.
Nothing but the second best. Why can't we sit over there, man?
I love you, but Claudio booked in advance.
Claudio! Fucking Claudio, he isn't even any good. If he were good, he'd be in Barcelona, Milan, he couldn't even make it in Germany. Now he comes back here and acts like fucking royalty.
I'll introduce you.
Nah, an Imprezy. Just give me a bottle of champagne, eh?
This kind of place made me want to puke. I needed a real drink to deal with the electronic music and the robotic people.
Fucking monkey from a fucking slum. He acts cool with me. What's that? Nothing. Say, Max, you're a man of the world. What are you fucking doing, man?
About what?
What do you do about life?
Look at me, I'm standing in a nightclub, listening to music I can't stand. I'm 5,000 miles from home, I'm armed, and I'm drinking. You don't want to listen to advice from me, amigo.
Oh, Max, I love you, man. You're fucking real, you know? Oh, shit. People. Fuck them. People get me wrong. I think I love a wrong woman. Oh, excuse me. Fabio! Fabio! Ah, my nigga, how are you? What you been, Mo? What you been?
Thank God he had left. A minute more of his drivel and I would have had to put a bullet in him myself. It soon turned out I wasn't the only one.
Tutaj nie ma chwili, żeby móc zapisać, jak ja mam strzelać, gdzie jest celownik.
I hadn't seen it coming. But that was no surprise. It's hard to keep your eye on the ball through the bottom of a glass. I just hoped I could get to Fabiana and Giovanna in time.
Dzieje ten wyskok. To pewnie trzeba, kurczę, tam wszystkich zestrzelić.
I knew if I didn't get to the girls soon, they'd be leaving this place with either a price on their heads
Ale
or
jak
a tag on their
nagrywam, to
toes.
nie bawię się na odcinku. Nie ma sensu. O. No,
The doors had been chained shut. I didn't need my Portuguese for Beginners phrase book to work out what was going on. The guy making the noise was the boss. He was sending them around to cut me off from the other side. And sure enough, a few seconds later, I had some company on the dance floor.
Ole, już tam było.
There had to be another way out through the VIP lounge. Rich fools love a private exit.
Dostał, muszę dostać.
Poor bastard's name was Claudio. I found out later he was a pretty big shot soccer player for the Galatians. Some nearly superstar just back from Europe. The usual. Scored goals, scored girls. The only box he'd be getting into now was the one he'd be leaving in. It was your typical trendy hellhole. A playground for the overpreened and undernourished. Sushi and house music and vodka. A place you don't get through the door unless you're rich, beautiful, or, in this instance, it seemed, a heavily armed psychopath. I remembered there was a patio upstairs. About the only thing I'd managed to clock in that place was the smoking area.
Czyli co, podejrzewam, że złoty pistolet ominąłem.
Time was a luxury I couldn't
Miałem
afford.
dwie części z trzech. Ciekawe, czy...
One sad old man staggering around an empty party. This was all too familiar. What the hell was I doing? Who was I trying to kid? I was behind the pace a decade ago, and the past 10 years hadn't been kind. I was never gonna get to Fabiana and Giovanna in time.
A co ja zrobiłem? Aha! Za długo chodziłem. To śmieszne, da się przegrać, dobra.
There had to be another way out through the VIP lounge. Rich fools love a private exit.
Czy mogę pomijać gadankę? O, coś się zbagowało. I co teraz? zabrakowało z tekstem. Karabin, nie? A, to już znowu
A
narysowane.
little consolation prize for having my assault on the free bar cut short. I remembered there was a patio upstairs, but the only thing I'd managed to clock in that place was the smoking area.
Dawaj, dziki. Tak patrzę, czy nie ma gdzieś tych złotych broniek. Niby tak dokładnie chodzę, oglądam, a tam 2 na 3. Nie?
Hey, Sao Paulo's favorite bodyguard. How's it going, bro?
It's not good. Some guys took Giovanna and Fabiana.
What? Jesus, Max. Hey, I'm on my way.
No, stay in the chopper. We'll need a way out of here. I'll go find the girls.
Got it. They came out there. They went that way into the lounge.
Come here.
Go.
Get up. You can't stay here. I need you to lock this door behind you. Get everybody else out of here.
Son of a bitch.
Chyba nic nie widać, jest tyle kolorów, masakra. Kurwa, cywila. Trochę rzeźnia, no co ty robisz? Wkurza mnie to, że on zawsze podskakuje z bulletami.
There was another delay I didn't need. This wasn't looking good. I'd almost lost the boss's wife once this week. Now I was giving them 2 for the price of 1.
Co ich nie ma amunicji, nic.
All this unfinished business, and all I could think about was my unfinished scotch.
Dobra, nie widzę, no ale to niestety się musimy śpieszyć.
Don't shoot, por favor.
You an American?
Sure. Yeah, I'm from Steele, North Dakota, just outside of Bismarck. Anders Detling. This is some place, huh? They told me it was a little fresh, but I wasn't expecting things to be quite like this.
No?
No, see, I've seen things. I was a cop for 25 years. I've seen men run over by combines. I've seen husbands who just ate...
Okej, na tym zakończę, bo nie wiem, gdzie zrobić cięcia. Muszę odejść od komputera. Trzymajcie się, do zobaczenia, cześć.